Hello, Africa. Most welcome to your authoritative platform. This is where we do chit chatting. We get those who matter when it comes to sports development. I am Theophilus Sampa. I'll be chauffeuring you through this insightful session. Today, we're throwing the spotlight on tennis, using the game of tennis to change lives, touch lives in a positive way. And no other person than, I call him an apostle now because he saw this dream long ago and decided that, let me do this. And he has been doing this for all over the years. He has been doing it alone with his team. They've been doing and hoping that still they will get corporate support to really raise the bar. They want to really one day stand and say that this crop of national tennis team players were once at our programs, were once enjoying our clinics, benefited from our clinics. So I have no other person than Enock Godi, the president of Hope Performance Incorporated. Enock, what's up? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
So far. What will you tell Ghanaians?
I mean, so far so good. I think, Ghana is really picking up. Ghana is really picking up, when it comes to, sports in general, but I mean, it's still not, to the level that we're looking for like previous years, where we have, the sports facility, very enthusiastic, when it comes to, boxing, soccer and all those kind of things. But now, I mean, we're picking up. I believe we're going to get there. We're going to get there soon.
So for a fresher, somebody watching us and will be watching us online and stuff like that, when we talk about Hope Performance Clinic Tennis Initiatives, what really is it about? How did it come about? Walk us through.
Yeah, so Hope Performance Tennis, I mean, we started, our program since 2018, and since 2018 till now, we're still running, Hope Performance Tennis, and Hope Performance Tennis came about, with, like I always say, with my story, how tennis, took me from nowhere, to somewhere, and I always want to give the opportunity, to other kids, also to make it in life, through the game of tennis. Because one thing I always say is, I try to, because, I mean, if not because of tennis, I wouldn't know where I would be by now. But tennis shielded me, from going to areas that is not going to benefit me. So I'm trying to use tennis as a tool also to shield these kids out there who doesn't have the ability, to think for themselves or to protect themselves. So we use tennis as a tool to guide and protect them, so when they get to a certain level in age where they can make decisions for themselves, they can now disperse and go do other things that they want to do. But at this age, between the age of 8, to 16, our goal is to give them that support, to give them that opportunity, to try to make something out of their life.
Over the years, you've held clinics upon clinics. Tell us some of the positives. What are some of the things? Is it the attendance that keeps growing, or those who benefit from the clinics go a step further that you see and you are proud of?
I think I'll say both. I'll say both the attendance and both the progress, because I mean, over the years, our programs, since day one, all the way to now, the progress or the attendance has been increasing each and every year, and there have been a lot of kids, that pick up rackets the first time since we started, and now a lot of them are participating in the national assignment, a lot of them are out of the country, through, picking up the racket for the first time, and all those kind of things. So I can say Hope Performance Tennis have really been, very, very impactful, when it comes to the tennis fraternity, in Ghana as well, and then also the young ones that pick up the racket. Today a lot of them, are having a better life. A lot of them are traveling out of the country, all because they pick up a tennis racket and then they run with it, and now it's turning into their favor in the right direction.
So this year's edition, when is it starting? Where is it taking place? What are the expectations in terms of the numbers, and what are the new incentives that you add?
Yeah, so this year is gonna be, we are expecting it to be very huge, like always. It's still gonna be take place at Accra Sports Stadium, on the 12th and the 13th, of July. It's gonna be at Accra Sports Stadium, and then on the 14th and 15th is gonna be at the Ashiaman, Ashiaman St. Francis, tennis court, because we're trying to make sure we go to those areas, that really need the support, when it comes to sports, and all those kind of things. So we're going to Ashiaman on the 14th and the 15th, and then we're gonna do the 16th, at there's this tennis club, or I'll say it's called Shishije Shade. So Auntie Tina is the one who runs it, you know, and our goal also to go there, you know, and pour into those kids, you know, over there as well. And then I have some volunteers coming from the state, you know, as well to support and also to help with the clinic and, you know, mentor the kids, you know, and all those kind of things as well.
We know every clinic you do, you dole out playing kits to the children. You give them educational materials here and there. Are you going to see the same thing this year?
Yes, we're going to see the same thing this year, you know, like we always do. We always want to make sure, you know, each and every kid that comes to our program, you know, this kid, because like I said, when I was growing up, we go to a lot of clinics. You know, but after the clinic is over, now you have to go and look for your own food, you know, and all those kind of things, you know, and that experience that I got from the beginning, that's what drive and that's what encouraged me to make sure, you know, in all clinics that I do, I make sure each and every kid walk out of the clinic satisfied. Nobody want to walk out of the clinic and go and look for food somewhere. You walk into the clinic and walk out of the clinic satisfied and ready to go home with no hassle to go look for food and all those kind of things. And then we always, you know, give out equipment, you know, to the coaches, give out equipment that will support the kids, you know, moving forward, you know, in their tennis career as well.
You are an Osu boy, and so the Osu people are watching you.
Yes.
Give everybody a message, parents and teachers, PE masters, a message about this clinic and why they should encourage their wards to take tennis.
Yeah, so like they always say, you know, Osu is like the book home of tennis. You know, when it comes to tennis players, then you are looking at Osu. Okay. But like the same way when it comes to boxing, you're looking at, you know, book home. So a lot of parents in Osu, you know, have benefited a lot from tennis because the majority, about 90% of kids that come from Osu that play tennis, you know, are out of the country or they live in a better life, you know. So I want to encourage each and every parent, you know, that is out there right now that, hey, if you live in Osu, it doesn't have to be Osu alone, but if you live, you know, around, if you live in Accra, even some people come from Kumasi and all those things to come to the program, you know. But tennis is a lifetime sport, you know. And when you encourage your kid or you put your kid into the game of tennis, you know, you're not only, you know, encouraging them to play the game, but when they get interest in the game, you know, they can play along, you know, the whole time. You know, tennis is the only sport that you can play even when you are 80, 90 years old. You can still play tennis. So when you learn it at the early stages, it helps, you know, in terms of your health, you know, and all those kind of things as well.
Okay, we're checking out from the studio because of time. Yeah. Are parents who bring their children supposed to pay to participate in this?
No. So everything is free. All you need to do is to get your kid out there. You know, we're gonna give them everything they need. We're gonna feed them. We're gonna give them refreshment. We're gonna give them clothes, you know, uniform that they will wear to participate in the clinic. So you don't have to pay anything. All you need to do is bring your kid to the Accra Sports Stadium and let them have fun. Let them join other kids. Let them, experience new sports. Who knows? That will be their breakthrough into another sports where they'll break through in life.
Lastly, once again, date for this event.
So, July 12th and the 13th is going to be at the Accra Sports Stadium. That's going to be a Saturday, Sunday, July 12th, 13th, from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
Okay, great. And so parents out there and everybody who loves tennis, it's on again. It's the Hope Performance Tennis Clinic. It's coming up again. And so please tell somebody to be there. If you are a parent and you want to really see it before you even bring your children, because of these days, the way things are happening, just come and pass through the Accra Sports Stadium and have a feel of it. Maybe at the end of the day, you have interactions with him, you see how it will go. And everybody in the tennis fraternity, we invite you to really join us. Thank you very much, Enock. Enock, if you don't know, has other portfolios. And so this time we're talking about tennis. Last time I told him when we'll talk about the other things, but today we still need to talk about tennis because that is the engine now. So we'll talk about other things now. He's a full-blooded sports guy. And so he doesn't only do tennis, he does only other sports activities. So thank you very much, Enock. And when we return, we have our papas in the house, those who are in charge of sports in Greater Accra region. When it comes to school sports, they are here to really tell us something is going to happen. Interzonal, zone 5, athletics, and then other sporting disciplines will be taking place. And so we want to hunt for talent for the national teams. They are coming to tell us how ready they are for this particular edition. So when we pause, they will come and join me here before we check out from the studio. So stay with us. We'll be right back.